Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be discussing about the classification of the salivary gland tumor. So this is one of the most important classification. Whenever you get a long note or whenever you have a short note also, you are supposed to write the classification, and I have got a simple mnemonics for you which will help you to learn this in a better form. Starting with the basic classification, the first thing you need to understand is that there are three families. Okay, for example, there are three families. All of these three families are the joint families. Okay, they are having members more than five in it, except the third one. So starting with the very first family, that is adenomas, which is a benign tumor kind of family. This family is not that harmful and it is a benign condition. Now we come to the another family, that is carcinomas. This family is really strict and very dangerous. These members of these family are very dangerous, so they are said to be the malignant tumors. The third one are the tumor-like lesions, which are neither benign nor malignant, and their presentation in the life is not going to hamper your lifestyle a lot. Okay, so these are the three type of families you have: the adenoma family, the carcinoma family, and the tumor-like lesions. Coming to the very first family, that is adenomas. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a sentence. The sentence is not making a huge link, but if you remember this sentence, the classification becomes very easy for you to remember. What you have to remember is, in the adenoma, that is a benign epithelial tumor, the one sentence which you're supposed to remember is this sentence, that is, Pleo my basal Wharton on sebaceous caniculum. So, for example, there is a guy whose name is Pleo, and a lady is addressing that guy. For example, the grandmother of Pleo is addressing Pleo, that Pleo, my basal Wharton on the sebaceous canicula. He's on the sebaceous canicula. I know it's not making a huge sense, but believe me, repeat this sentence 5 times and it will be on your tips. So the sentence is, Pleo, my basal Wharton on the sebaceous canicula. So from Pleo, you have the pleomorphic adenoma. From my, you have the myoepithelial adenoma. From basal, you have the basal cell adenoma. As you know, adenoma is very easy. After everything, you have to put a adenoma. Like after pleomorphic, you have adenoma. After myoepithelial, you have a adenoma. Basal cell adenoma. Only the Wharton is going to be a tumor. It's the Wharton's tumor. Next thing you have is the oncocytic adenoma, the sebaceous adenoma, and the canicular adenoma. So you see, it becomes so easy for you. Each and every part of classification is in the sentence itself. So if you remember the sentence, you're going to remember whole of the classification. Moving forward, the classification is not yet complete. After that huge sentence, just a little sentence more, that is, CA has a hot DP. So I hope you know what a CA is. He is a chartered accountant, right? So you can remember it like a CA is having a very hot DP. Now in this sentence, just two things which we have to remember is a CA and his DP. Now CA is the cystic adenoma, which can be of two types, the papillary cystic adenoma and the mucinous cystic adenoma. And in DP, we are talking about the ductal papilloma, which can be of two types, either the inverted ductal papilloma or the intraductal papilloma. So this was whole about the benign family, the not very dangerous family, the adenoma family. In this, you have to remember two sentences. First is this one, which will give you maximum of the classification. Other sentence is a very small one, that a CA has a very hot DP, which will give you the rest of the classification. So including all these were the classification for the benign family. Moving on to the malignant family. Now malignant epithelial tumors, which are very dangerous, if they are not being treated on right time, they can be really deadly, are also said to be carcinomas. Now the classification or the trick to remember this classification is little complex, so I will ask you to pay a little more attention. So just remember, as I told you, these are all joint families. Even this family is going to have a lot of members, right? It is going to have more members than the benign family. Just remember, the 7 members in this family are from the old benign family only. That means 7 members of this family are going to be repeated. You remember this classification? These 7 are going to be repeated there also. How? There was myoepithelial adenoma in the last one. Here it is myoepithelial carcinoma. The only thing which is going to change in here is the word carcinoma instead of adenoma. So there was myoepithelial adenoma. Here it is myoepithelial carcinoma. There it was oncocytic adenoma. Here it is oncocytic carcinoma. The sebaceous adenoma has changed into sebaceous carcinoma. The papillary cyst adenoma has changed into the papillary cyst adenocarcinoma. The mucinous cyst adenoma has changed into mucinous adenocarcinoma. The adenocarcinoma is actually a combination of both adenomas and the carcinomas. As the two families are being joining here, they have a baby which is known as adenocarcinoma. And then the last one is the pleomorphic adenoma. You see, there was pleomorphic adenoma in the benign family also, but here in this family it has got carcinoma condition. So it is said to be carcinoma in the pleomorphic adenoma. I hope it was clear to you. This is exactly same like the old one, like the old family. The only thing which has changed is the term carcinoma. The term adenoma, which has changed into carcinoma. Otherwise everything is same. Just take a paper and pen and write it down and try to understand this. This is very easy to remember like this. Okay, so the classification has not yet finished. I just told you the 7 family members which have been repeated from the old family. Moving to the new family members, there are 2 couples which are added to the benign malignant family, which were not in the benign family. The couple number 1 is the basal cell adenocarcinoma and the squamous cell carcinoma. The husband is basal cell adenocarcinoma and the wife is your squamous cell carcinoma. They have a small baby, so they name it as small cell carcinoma. And the third one, the second couple which you have is the terminal duct adenocarcinoma and the salivary duct carcinoma. So in total, if you see how many family members do you have in the family now? 7 were they, and now 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. These are the 12 family members in only the malignant epithelial carcinoma. Okay, these are the ones which you can remember by trick. But now there are 3 in which you do not have any trick. The only thing I can help you is you can remember this small sentence, that is mucoadenoacidic. If you remember this, you can remember their name as well, that is the mucoepidermoid carcinoma. For muco, adeno is going to be your adenoid cystic carcinoma, and acinic is going to change into acinic cell carcinoma. I hope this classification helped you. It is quite complex, but it is not very difficult. If you will try to write it once, it becomes very easy for you to remember. I know you can do it, and you just have to repeat this again and again 2-3 times, and then it is done. So just let me give you a small revision. The benign family had about 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11 members. So I can say there were 11 members in the benign family, in the adenoma family. Then there were 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 14 members in this family of malignant carcinomas or malignant tumors. The last one we have is the tumor-like lesions, which is the last part of the classification. So tumor-like lesions are the lesions which resemble tumors but are not actually tumors, and they are not that dangerous. So you have 4 in this: the Sjogren syndrome, the Mikulicz syndrome, necrotizing xylometaplasia and the xerostomia. I have already made a video on the Sjogren syndrome and xerostomia. Do check them out to know them if you don't. So this was all about the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends so that it can help them too, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.